Tackle Junkies, what's going on, fellas? We got a brand new bait here from BioSpawn, the 3.5 ExoPod, and today I'm going to show you guys how to rig it up. Alright guys, brand new bait here, 3.5 ExoPod, and you can see it's kind of like a combination between the Exo Swim and the Vile Craw. It's got that tapered body there of the Exo Swim, of course the claws there of the Vile Craw. Basically what we got here is a double tail grub. Bunch of different rigging options for this bait. If you guys would like to purchase this bait, right now you can pre-order this bait over at Karl's. I want to say member price is $3.49, non-member is $4.99. Either way, killer deal. Definitely check them out. I will link them down below. All right, fellas, first up we have the ball head. You know, ball head rig is perfect for really any single or double tail grub. This particular one here has a 4-aught hook in it. Fits very nicely in the ExoPod there. And 4-aught hook. Okay, I like just to throw them out, let them sink to the bottom, just creep them in. You can swim them up in the water column as well, but for me, you can throw them out, let them sink, and then just creep them back to you. That's a nice little rig there for any sort of grub in the ball head rig. And to be honest, guys, it would be great on a Ned head as well. I'm going to show you guys something real fast. Yesterday, I was throwing it on the, I believe it's called the Ned EWG from Lifted Jigs. You can see here we got a few bites on it. We're missing a claw there. But I do believe this particular hook really doesn't have a big enough hook for this thick of plastic here, because I was missing fish, the bait was sliding down, filling that gap, and I was not hooking up with really any fish. But Ned rig would be another choice or another option, and what I'm going to do is use these Mustad grip pin, the jig head mushroom 90 degrees. Just kind of like your basic Ned head, but it's got an exposed hook in it, so I really shouldn't have any issues not hooking up, really, as long as I'm not around brush and things like that. We're going to go this route next time, getting the Mustad grip pin Ned head there. But that is definitely another option. So you got a ball head or some sort of Ned head. All right, next up, the Texas rig, which, I mean, you can Texas rig pretty much any soft plastic. But we're using a 3-aught hook here. Of course, you can pitch and flip with it. You can punch it. You know, I got an EWG on here. If you're going to do some sort of punch rig, use a flipping hook. Again, 3-aught straight shank will do the job. But a 3-aught fits it really, really well. We don't have it pegged. Fish in open water, of course, if you're around grass and brush, things like that, you may want to peg your weight. But just for open water fishing, of course, I like to leave it unpegged. Of course, that is a 3-aught, like I said, EWG. Fits it perfect. It's got a little hook slot in there, just laying in that hook slot. You're weedless, and you are good to go. Again, of course, you can throw it out. You can swim it back to you, hop it off the bottom, drag it along the bottom, just fishing it like you would normally would any Texas rig, but it's really hard to beat the good old Texas rig, really, with any soft plastic, but a fantastic option for the 3.5 ExoPod here. All right, next up, guys, we have the jig trailer. All right, great little option here for a jig trailer. Now, when I'm using it for a trailer, doesn't matter if it's on a spinnerbait, jig, whatever, I like to make it just a little bit smaller, so I will take off that last little nub there and make it just a little bit smaller. Of course, you want a bigger presentation, leave it full size. There it is there, though, on the Trashmaster, screwed into the hitchhiker there. And of course, we make it weedless. Fantastic little jig here. Definitely check them out. My boy Bass Geek, he made a video on this rig as well, on the old Trashmaster jig. I'll link that down below. Definitely check that out. But again, a fantastic option here, a jig trailer. Of course, hop it along the bottom, drag it, swim it, pitch and flip it. Fantastic little option there, jig trailer. And if you're curious on the action that it has, it's very similar to the Vile Craw. Like I said, it's smaller in size, though, and it doesn't have quite the kicking action that the full-size craw has. So just a little bit less action, smaller in size. But again, fantastic little jig trailer there. All right, from there, let's go with spinnerbait trailer. Now, there's a couple different ways you can rig this, and depending on the amount of lift that I want will determine really how I rig it. Okay, spinnerbait, it's got plenty of lift the way it is with those blades. So when I rig it as a trailer here, I rig it vertical on the hook. Horizontal is going to give you some lift. Again, vertical, vertical I believe looks more natural. That's really how the tail of a fish looks. But again, if you're wanting some lift, rig it horizontal. If you're not worried about the lift, you're just looking for more bulk and vibration, then rig it vertical on the hook. Yeah, spinnerbait trailer there. Again, I cut off just one nub there. Fits perfect in the hook. like so. And guys, I got a video, very in-depth video on how I fish spinnerbait, when, where, and all that. I'll link that down below. Definitely check it out. But again, another great option there would be a spinnerbait trailer. Next up, chatterbait trailer. Just like a spinnerbait, a chatterbait is known for having some lift, so I'm going to rig it vertical versus horizontal. If I'm wanting some more lift, of course I will rig it horizontal. I'm just looking for the action and some bulk, so I'm going to rig it vertical there on the hook. Get another great option there, chatterbait trailer. Last up, swim jig trailer. One of my favorites right here. Now you'll notice on this one, we're rigging it horizontal, okay? The pond behind me, it's got a lot of grass in it, pretty close to the surface. We're only throwing a 1/4 ounce swim jig. Again, we're putting that horizontal on the hook. The way it does give me some lift, it doesn't sink as fast. I'm not really digging into that grass, but a great option here, swim jig trailer. Got the Okeechobee craw on there. Looks killer. It'll catch them for sure. Guys, that's like 7 or 8 different ways that you can rig up the BioSpawn Lures 3.5 ExoPod. If you guys will rig it up a little bit differently, let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. We will see you guys on the next one.